Alright, so I wanted to kind of finalize the videos for right now. I kind of finished the last part of what I was thinking about, and I wanted to get closer to Eleggua, which I showed you the rocks that I found. And then the last part that I wanted to do was, it's about 12 o'clock right now, so I'm not going to hang out too much. But the last part I want to go to is, there's a psychic that I like. Her name is Andrea, and she has a psychic shop. She's from my background. She's a Romani gypsy, and obviously she's not here right now. But there's a thing of the past that we have, the gypsies, that sometimes we were known to be beggars, or poor or whatever. So I've had some karma with my fortune. Like, there was a time I went homeless, I didn't have any money, I lost everything. A lot of complicated things. So, not that that's what I feel right now, but I wanted to kind of sit with my Eleggua. So I'm gonna sit here for a second, understand what's going on here, the doors and whatnot. A lot of things kind of like occur at the threshold of the doorway. There's a lot of things that go in and out of doors. A lot of energy, a lot of spirits that go in and out of the doors. I'll talk a little bit more about, about the door. But kind of like an offering to my elder, to the abuelos, to the older spirits, I'm gonna give a cigarette. I'm sure someone will find it and pick it up. I don't have any change right now, but maybe for the person that doesn't have anything, I'll leave them $1. I know somebody will pick it up. And as for my karma, that's something that I wanted to offer to my ancestor, to the Gitanos. It's kind of an offering to the universe. Now, we have a whole different way of looking at things than regular folks. But that's an example of what I do. Sometimes I like to just hang out at the threshold of her doorway. And I'm going to come back to Andrea and talk to her, because I would like to do a reading and see what the future has in store for next year. But it's not the time of day for her. So the thing is, this is just kind of a symbol for my appreciation to my Gitano. It's right now, like, the Gitano is definitely a male Gitano. I think the theme was more masculine than feminine. But Eleggua likes to be at the doorway. See, Eleggua is here. Eleggua is definitely here. The reason why I'm trying to do this right now is, like, I want things to go well for next year. And I had some problems with my health. I had problems with money. There was a point where I went homeless in New York. I didn't have anywhere to live. There was a lot of tension between my mom and I. I had to leave. I got kicked out. So this is kind of for me to kind of like reconcile the past. Try to understand what it is I need to do going forward. And have a little bit of a deeper connection to Eleggua. Because I haven't been giving him attention or trying to communicate with Eleggua. But I could guarantee you, if I were to come back tomorrow, the cigarette and the dollar would disappear. Someone that needs it is most likely going to be a homeless man, is going to pick it up. And that's just a way for me to kind of give back to the poor. Because I walk with Lazaro, the patron of health, Lazarus has a connection to people that are sick, people that are disabled, people with mental illness, curing them, giving them some type of hope. So it has a little bit to do with both Eleggua and Lazaro, for me at least. And so that's kind of where I kind of wanted to finalize the video. I'm just trying to understand what the Spirit is telling me. I would say, and one thing that I know, I tend to be a loner. I tend to be kind of solitary. I don't have a lot of friends like I used to in the past. So one thing that comes to my mind is I hope that next year I have more friendships. I hope that I have a relationship. I need a little bit of love in my life. I want to do more for my mom. I want to go back to school, so I'm going to continue studying. I'm going to study engineering. So you kind of go to Eleggua and you talk to Eleggua about what it is that you want. He knows your desires. And so some of those are the things that we do, is to try to communicate to Eleggua, to understand the path that we have. So I have a cigarette. En nombre de Padre Nuestro, Espíritu Santo. See how I'm doing the X, the cross. It's time to go now. I'm not going to linger too long. Sitting on the floor is not too good. You don't want to sit on the floor for too long, but my ancestors were both rich and poor. So sometimes I connect to that. So that's an offering for Eleggua. So hopefully, if somebody needs help, they can pick up the cigarette, have a cigarette, have a dollar for tomorrow. That's that. So kind of finalize the message. Sometimes you could communicate to Eleggua at doorways. There's different doorways, different thresholds of Eleggua, in corners. In corners like that, the spirit of Eleggua, he's always in these type of like nooks and crannies of thresholds. I see Eleggua in all parts. You don't really want to go down the alley, okay? It's late, it's 12 o'clock. But I'm just trying to see what's going on. What's going on with the doorways? Okay, so the first thing that comes to my mind is I need to work on the doorway of my home. You don't want trespassers. You don't want people to come to your doorway. I don't belong there. So kind of tomorrow what I'm going to probably do is get a bucket of water and clean my doorway. You don't want your doorways to be dirty, but I'm just doing this to kind of sense a little bit more of what I see. Eleggua. See, Eleggua's in the corner. I don't know if you can see Eleggua. He's invisible right now. But he's there. He's always on these doorways in the corners. I'm just trying to get a sense of Eleggua. So I'm not going to venture too far. But that's kind of an understanding of Eleggua. Eleggua is the guardian of the door, the doorways, things like that. That's just the nature of Eleggua. So that's kind of where I wanted to conclude. I'll go back. See, there's a guy that maybe needs some help. I'm gonna ask him, hey buddy, you want a cigarette? You okay? Okay. So he doesn't want a cigarette. But I know somebody's gonna pick it up. Someone's gonna pick up the dollar. They're gonna be like, oh shit, there's $1 and a cigarette. I want it. So that's for you, buddy, whoever you are. Take care of yourself. I know that there's a person that's gonna pick it up. It's just inevitable, you see? And if for some strange reason he doesn't pick it up, Andrea will. So either the homeless guy or my gypsy mama is gonna pick it up. One of the two. So that's kind of where I wanted to conclude the video of Eleggua. It just means that I have more to figure out. I have a little bit of work I need to do in this neighborhood. So I need to kind of correct the past.